Welcome, Scott Zuprel, to
Thank you,
the
Art.
More Monmouth Musings blog. This, my readers and viewers have been waiting for this for a long time.
Took a while, but we got it done.
It did.
I'm happy to be here.
I'm happy that you're here too, and a little bit surprised that you're here. You know, it was.
Well, you know, I don't agree with everything you write, but I certainly respect the role you play in educating the voter, and I respect the fact that you're taking the time to do this. So I'm happy I'm here, and thanks for the repeated invitation.
You're very welcome. And it really, I guess it's 4 months now that since you got into the race. Is it 4 months, 5 months?
January 15th is when I formally announced.
Okay. So you've been a politician for a few months. After a career as a financier and a venture capitalist and a novelist.
I hope never to be known as a politician. I hope my career is over by the time people think of me as a politician.
Okay, well, people are going to think of you as a politician, no matter what.
Okay.
So, but being involved in a political campaign, whether you're thought of as a politician or not, how is this period since January 15th? And I imagine that there's been some preparation time before.
Sure.
You want to, how has your life changed?
You know what? It's really been terrific. I went to a Rush Holt town hall back in November in West Windsor, and I sat through his presentation. I was struck by how smug he was, how detached he was, how invincible he was. And I came home from that meeting, and that was really the catalyst for me to consider running. I spoke to my wife, I convinced her, and that was, the starting point of this, plan I have to be the people's agent to replace Rush Holt.
Is that right? You had no thought of entering the political arena prior to entering that, going to that?
I had stray thoughts, but I didn't have any focused thoughts. That was really, that event was a catalyst for me, and this has become a cause, and I intend to replace him in November. So, but it's been terrific. I mean, I have met, the biggest surprise to me is how many people make this a part of their life, to be involved in the political process, to help candidates. I've made an enormous amount of friends in a very short period of time. People who I've spent many, many hours with just in the last 4 months. I wake up in the morning, I know what I need to do, it's my new job, and it's growing on me. I really enjoy it. So if you like people and you're intrigued by public policy and ideas and don't mind, roughing it up a little once in a while, it's not a bad place to be.
Yeah, and so far the process, you said roughing it up a little in a while. It's probably going to get rougher.
Sure.
I think there's a very large probability that you're going to be the nominee come the evening of June 8th after the polls close, and the chances are with the Democratic Congressional Committee and Rush Holt, and we're going to throw you in. It's going to be more contentious than say your race with Mike Halfacre was, or more contentious when I don't even know if your race with David Corsi is contentious or not.
No, it's not. It's really not.
What are you expecting? You and I spoke on the phone a few weeks back, and you said you had a pretty good idea of what they were going to be throwing at you. What do you think they're going to throw at you?
The guys with black hats are going to come up from Washington, and they're going to take over the race for Rush. And their strategy is very predictable. They're going to try the class warfare thing. He's rich, and they're going to try the Wall Street thing. He worked in this place we call Wall Street.
Right.
And that makes him unqualified to be your congressman. And I'm fully prepared to swat those arguments down.
What are we going to hear from you to swat those arguments down?
Okay, so on the class warfare thing, my view is Americans don't like that argument. They like to evaluate a person in their entirety, where they began, where they were in the middle, and where they ended up. My life story is somebody who didn't start in a nice house, started in a great, loving, middle-class family, but I worked hard, I achieved the American dream. My idea is to spend some of my life's good fortune to invest it back in helping reform the process. I think that's a story that resonates with most people. It's a story that most parents would want their children to live and to achieve. And so I don't think that argument goes very far. On the Wall Street thing, you know, Rush Holt is a guy who waved the pom-poms, not once, not twice, but 3 times for John Corzine, okay, who is the classic insider, arbitrageur, CEO of Goldman Sachs. This guy, for gosh sakes, is back on Wall Street again. My story is somebody who came in from outside the system, who achieved success doing a job which was entirely about raising capital to help American companies grow, which I consider a very virtuous profession. Secondly, Rush Holt was the guy, when the times were flush on Wall Street, was gorging on Goldman Sachs contributions and on financial service PAC contributions. At the same time, I think I was fighting the good fight. I mean, I was calling out bad governance. I was fighting the CEO and the board of Morgan Stanley, one of the largest, most powerful corporations in America, calling them out in a battle which eventually many others joined, and we won, and we changed the direction of that firm. That's the second thing. The third thing is enough of this attacking of Wall Street. I mean, what are we really attacking here? This is an industry that employs hundreds of thousands of people all across America, provides huge prosperity for the New York, New Jersey region. Are we saying that all of these people are crooks? Sure, there were bad actors on Wall Street, but you know, there are bad doctors, there's bad congressmen, there's bad salesmen, okay? Let's call out bad behavior where it exists, but let's not tar an entire industry.